Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name's Oscar and welcome to today's episode of Card Market and Sporting NFT Market Review, where we evaluate the top risers and top fallers in the market for today, Tuesday the 30th of March. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump in. Alright, so I'm just going to head over here to the Card Ladder dashboard and we can check out the sales volume snapshot from today. So as you guys can see, once I zoom it in here to the 1 month, up about 30% on the day today. So we had a volume of about 1.4 million yesterday and just nearly 2.2 million today. So a little bit of an uptick, as we like to see. Now if we come across to Crypto Slam here and check out what the cryptocurrencies have been doing, NBA Top Shot is up today actually. Quite surprising. It was up about 10% yesterday, and I thought the market was going to take a bit more of a dip, but actually the last couple hours it seems to have picked up. I did pick up a few moments yesterday, so I was a bit nervous this morning, but it looks like we are all good. And as you guys can see, sales volume for the week, here you go, tiny uptick there if you guys can see that. It's probably a bit too small, but there you go. We'll delve into that a bit more in a second. Okay, so just coming over to the dashboard here and scrolling down, we have the top climbers and the top fallers. I actually did cover this on last night's episode. They haven't updated because I've done the episode within 24 hours. So instead what we'll do is come over here to the ladder and we're just going to look at daily change percentages for some of these cards here, because there are cards that do not come up on the dashboard if you've used Card Ladder before that appear here. So obviously, first things first, we have Michael Porter Jr., 2018 Optic. Now, I'm not too big of a fan of taking a look at the raw cards just because of how much they fluctuate in price. But this is one to pay attention to just because, you know, one of the hot rookies from the playoffs last year, similar to Tyler Hero, whose cards have taken a big dip, as you guys can see there on the chart. So definitely one to pay attention to. Okay, so moving on, I want to find some graded stuff. So let's look at this. Troy Brown Jr. Okay, so seeing an uptick here into the end of the month. Not too sure why that is. Maybe he's played some games pretty well. Let's have a look. Troy Brown. I'm not actually familiar with him at all, so let's look at his stats right here. Yeah, maybe people just buying into rookies now. Not too sure. Don't think there's any news on him. I could be wrong. Okay, coming into something more interesting now. So we have a LeBron James 2003 upper deck insert by looks of things. City Heights. Looks like we may have seen, yeah, we're up here about $70. A lot of change. So that's one you see if you've got that one there. So hopefully we can see that across the LeBron James market, because obviously it has been significantly down. Now I said I didn't want to go too deep into raw cards, but here's one to definitely pay attention to. Trae Young, obviously super hot, third year, and it just looks like the market does not like him at the moment. And there's really no reason not to, because from my knowledge, the Hawks are about 4th or 5th on the ladder. So, and I think they've won like 9 or 10 straight. Let's check out if they have that win streak still. Oh, what am I doing over here? Wrong conference. There you go. I know they did lose one, but they're at 500, so they have the 6th seed at the moment, and I would expect them to make the playoffs the way that they're going. So I'd expect to see some interest into Trae Young, but maybe just the modern stuff continues. I just can't tell at the moment. And yeah, a long-term downtrend on this LeBron here. It's probably similar for Jar. Jar's market seems up a little bit. Okay, this is interesting here. Now, this vintage stuff did take a huge dip. I can show you guys. So this is Tim Duncan. It's definitely not one of his main cards. Seems to be having a bit of a rebound here. $80 up to $130, so $80 price difference. But if we come and look at his Topps Chrome, I only spoke Tim. If you come and look at his Topps Chrome PSA 10, you'll be able to see, if I sort by market cap, not daily change. It did come up before. There you go. We'll be able to see if we expand this, that, geez, this is an incredible fall right here. They just went right through that resistance. I think there might be some support at around $2,000 to $3,000, and really dipping almost back to where we started, that insane run up here at just $1,000, $2,000. So you'd hope if you're holding this, and I do know someone that's holding it, that it doesn't fall anymore. Definitely one to pay attention to. The vintage market, definitely need to do some more research into that, because there's a lot of buying opportunity at the moment. And actually, if I come over to my watch list here, or even my own collection, if we scroll down, you will see I have 2 of these Shaquille O'Neal Topps base, and they've done the exact same thing, but maybe consolidating a bit more than Tim Duncan's are at the moment. Okay, I'm just going to come chat here real quick. What's up, Fletch? Good to see some people in here commenting. Hugo says, what's up? What's this website called? Manly Monty says, this website is cardladder.com. Basically, they just allow you to track your collection. As you guys can see, this is my collection. This is just where I've added everything, and that's kind of come down over the last month or two as the market has softened. But yeah, they give a bunch of information, really useful information on everything that you'd want to know about the sports card market. So yeah, they've got top climbers, top fallers, top 90-day investments. They have a bunch of stuff from eBay up there. Do research on pretty much all the main cards via this. You can search by player, and then they have kind of a news feed of different podcast episodes and things, and just stuff happening in the community. You can also compare cards, and there's a lot more features, but I won't go too far into it. This isn't a Card Ladder ad. What's good, brother? What's up, Oven Roasted Nuts? Good to see you, man. Yo, I need to get in contact soon. There's some stuff happening at the moment that I want to talk to you about, so I will shoot you a DM probably sometime this week. What's up, Fletch? Good to see a few people commenting here. Okay, we're getting some good engagement on this one. All right, so what I'm going to do here is come into my watch list. Just a bunch of cards that I'm looking to filter through and see what they're doing at the moment. Okay, we've already sorted by price movement. So I don't think this is updated from yesterday to my knowledge, but we can just go back through it quickly. So yeah, Steph Curry up at the moment. This obviously isn't his main card, but oh, sorry, it's not up, but maybe just rebounding from a little dip there to 1500. Now, one player which is interesting at the moment is Zion, because he has played a few good games recently. So I just want to go check if he's played any more this week, because he did have that 39-point game and then followed it up with that 38-point game. There you go. 28 points against the Celtics, 8 rebounds. That's all right. Okay, 50% from the field though, so that's not bad at all. He's been having quite a good run here, and that's been reflected in even some of his modern cards have seen a little bit of a bump this week. So interesting stuff. Okay, so yeah, just moving further down here, just pay attention to this Slam 2020 hoop set. That's an interesting one, and I don't know if I expect it to stay where it is at the moment or to pick up. But if you compare this to Marvels, I think that you see this pick up, and I think that it has found this price floor here. And I think as people start to grade them, get their subs back or put subs in, or complete those collections, those prices are probably gonna bounce. Now, what's interesting is LaMelo Ball, because obviously he does have that hand injury, and his prices haven't seemed to take too much of a dip now that we know he's probably going to be back before the end of the season. They said about probably 4 weeks before he can start shooting again. That's not games, that's just in practice. But yeah, okay, so moving into some of the fallers, it's kind of similar to the last couple of days or couple of weeks. LeBron taking big hits here. Kevin Durant, an interesting one to see falling, especially given Blake Griffin is going off for the now. And yeah, just Luka slowly creeping down again. But nothing too concerning. Now, one thing we're going to check out here, not one thing, but here, there's a sound effect for when I have a bit of a brain fart. But anyway, so we're going to come over here and we're going to go to evaluate market and check out the market movers, because there's been a lot of news happening here for NBA Top Shot in the last week or two. And especially this last 24 hours, they've just announced a new base set pack which everyone on the platform can get. So if you guys have not signed up to Top Shot, do it ASAP in like the next 24 hours, and you might be able to snag one of these packs that everybody gets. But if we sort by percentage change, yeah, a lot of falling happening again. That Tyler Hero 3-pointer looking a bit down still. But I think if we sort the other way, there is quite a bit more upward movement than we saw yesterday, especially in kind of these more expensive base set cards. Now, if we come over to add more funds and we'll just sort by tags, and I think I might have to refresh this because it updates every 10 minutes. These are just some cards, or not cards, moments that I follow and have been interesting ones to follow over the week. Let's sort by tags again. Go on. There we go. So you guys can see the market has softened up heaps, and I think that it's probably a huge buying opportunity here. Steph Curry at $29. I don't like to see that because I picked it up for like $39 a few days ago. But anyway, yeah, a lot of opportunity here. If we look at this LeBron James dunk, this Series 2, still on a steady down or just decline. Yeah, don't like to see that at all if you hold that one. It's looking to get into, so I just want to see if it rebounds or if it keeps falling, because we really have no indication that these prices could go back up or whatever. It really depends on the new inflow of users and the hype that's that it's generating. Let's see. Base set packs have dropped prices dramatically. I'm tempted to drop a K. And yeah. Now I think it's one thing. Yeah, LeBron base set 35K, crazy price. Yeah, for sure. If that you're talking about the PSA, or not PSA, his base set 111. That's one to pay attention to, because it has been trading alongside the PSA 10, or at least the PSA 9 of the 111 has been trading alongside the PSA 10 of the 221. So if we actually, they're all in my watch list at the bottom there. So if we come and take a look at this, the PSA 10, as you say, around 35K AUD. What's it currently sitting at? Let me have a look. Current price 25,000 USD. Now, if we swap this over to the PSA 9, this is an interesting one. So if there's anyone from Australia that holds a LeBron James 111 PSA 9, shoot me a DM, because I am looking to grab one. As you guys can see, current price 7,200. Now, if we come over to, I have to go into my watch list again. If we come back down to the bottom here and take a look at the LeBron 221, you'll see that the PSA 10 is sitting at about that same price range. There you go, $7,127. So less than a $100 spread. And I think it's, if you have a 10 and you're looking to trade up, now would be the time to do it, because obviously this card dictates the market, especially for LeBron stuff. And I think from a collector's point of view, or from my point of view, it would be nice to have this, because it's one that I didn't grab before everything took off. So maybe an opportunity there if that's something you're looking at. But obviously it's going to price a lot of people out, being in the very high tier of cards. I'm just going to read a few more comments here. He's talking about Top Shot. Alright, I just went on a bit of a rant. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so he's talking about this, I believe it's the assist. That's this one here. Okay, down to $118. So it's seen a bit of a dip today. I did purchase one of these yesterday for $133. Now, the thing that I don't like about this, and the thing that especially with this announcement that there's going to be new packs coming out, is that a lot of this LeBron layup is still, it has been minted, but it hasn't been released in packs yet. So if we come over here to evaluate market, we'll be able to see just that. So it's the base Series 2 assist, and as you guys can see, only 35% are actually owned, which means that there's 18,000 more supply of these cards which are introduced to the market. And I'd probably expect to see another 20% happening around that 10th of April release time, which is when, if we come over here to this new base set Series 2 release 24, and we can read the fine print, but basically what they're going to do is take pre-orders for this, very similar to the other one, where everyone on the platform has a chance to get in here and get 3 moments, and a lot of them are going to be that base set Series 2, which includes that LeBron. So it's not only that LeBron, it's Giannis, it's a bunch of these other guys. So if you hold these, and I do hold them myself, if the market picks up in the next probably week and a half, I would maybe offload them and pick back in a week or two after those packs are dropped and people kind of sell off again. So that's just an interesting perspective. But one thing we can do here is come into the set list. So this is a complete list of all the moments here, and I'll probably have to zoom in because that is way too tiny. Oh shit, that's too far. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so there you go. I don't know if that's too small or not, but we'll roll with it. So you can see that, let's see if we can find, here we go. There's quite a few good moments in here. I mean, there's this LaMelo Ball, which hasn't been released yet. Maybe it has. But anyway, only 100 of those. Oh, there you go. They're 30,000 plus. His first career bucket. That's going to be a new moment, a hot one to collect. But if we try and find, where's LeBron on this page? I might have to go into here because there's too many moments. Is that the outlet pass? Yeah, this is it. So, like I said, there's going to be 10,000 plus of these moments introduced. So that's going to be a solid chunk of these. So we might expect to even see more than what I thought. So maybe another 30%, which could definitely tank these below 100. But you know, prices, they might fluctuate, they might not. It all depends on demand and how many people they actually allow to sign up and whatever else is going on. So a lot of factors to pay attention to, but yeah, just something to keep in mind 100%. Okay, so let's have a look at what else is going on in the chat here. Yeah, look, I'm very tempted as well to buy into some of this higher tier stuff, so that's why I have had my eye on this kind of like around 1,000 Australian LeBron dunk here. That's a nice one. I'll come and we'll go over to Top Shot and take a look at it. Where'd it go? That is his base set series 2 dunk, this one, and this should take us right there. There's also a new LeBron dunk which is in one of the challenges that ends I think in the next few days, which should be a cool one as well. But this one obviously from the NBA bubble, pretty nice looking one. And I think if this drops anymore, it did get down to like $700, but I think it's a good buy. And especially like if more people come in, we get a bit more hype going. These are the cards that are going to take off first, because I think the base set series 1 is going to price out a lot of people. It's gonna be like the 221 and the 111 at the moment. People who are coming in and want to drop a couple $100. People who aren't whales and people who aren't like your everyday Joe that just wants to spend, you know, $50 and maybe pick up a pack here and there. This is probably the couple of cards that they might be going for. So I'd probably say that these cards will take off before these lower base set 2. And especially when you consider, if we go back to evaluate market here, that this LeBron dunk is actually nearly 100% owned already. So the supply has already been priced into the market. So just something to pay attention to. And this is cards as well, not just this one. So if you are looking to invest in Top Shot, evaluate market, go to the moments and just make sure that, you know, there's not like 10% owned by collectors and 90% minted and not in packs. So yeah. Alright, so I think that might do us for today. Alright. Cheers, mate. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll definitely chat soon. I'll hit you up. And yeah, that might do me for today as well, guys. Just like a little bit of the market. A bit of news there on Top Shot, but nothing too major. And otherwise, I'll check back in tomorrow, and that'll be it. So yeah, see you guys then. Have a good night and peace out.